Good morning, everybody. First day of pads, and that was it was fun. A lot of competition out there, and that was good. We got a long way to go as usual, and people I run into ask me how things going, how'd the practice go, and my wife asked me that or something like that, and I'll say it's going okay, and we're doing a lot of good things, but I'm not real concerned about that. I'm concerned about we're fixing problems, whether they're fundamentals, techniques, whether they're offense and defense scheme or kicking scheme, whether we got the right players, right spots, wrong spots. We're constantly evaluating personnel. So we're working hard, which is really good, but we got a lot of work to do, and which is typical this time of year.
How do you feel about the offensive line, especially left guard and right tackle?
Well, we got 5 offensive linemen that played a lot, started a lot of games, so it's just going to be a lot of competition. It's going to sort itself out. We'll scrimmage on Saturday, and that'll be a big scrimmage, and we'll adjust the depth probably a little bit at all positions on Sunday, then start all over again, and we'll keep going all the way through like that.
Are padded practices more important for the guys in the trenches?
Well,
get a good evaluation.
We see a lot. We evaluate everything. When I tell our players, we just don't go to the scrimmage. Okay, you have 37 snaps in the scrimmage, and we're going to base everything on the scrimmage. That's live. That's the real world. But we evaluate everything that goes on out there, because a lot of times you can see things that players like an offensive lineman doing, even without pads, and technique-wise, he's doing great. He's just got to learn to bring it with the pads. So you're going to understand that guy. We're going to bring that guy along. He's going to be really good. So there's a lot of variables on that, and everybody's working hard to get better.
The first time you ever participated in a pre-practice conga line?
Yeah, that was interesting. That's the creativity award we're going to give to the quarterbacks. The seniors decided they wanted to do a dance before every practice, so the quarterbacks and the special teams guys were up today, and so they did their little Mexican dance all the way through the stadium, and it was real cute. And I love cuteness on a football field. Vince Lombardi's got to be looking down from heaven, just shaking his head. But they have a lot of good time. We have a good time starting out, and they also got to run a lot less than they normally have to do to go stretch. So they were more excited about that than anything.
Gary, after Russell had a 1,000-yard season last year, what can he do to kind of take things to the next level?
Well, I think first of all he's got to stay healthy, and we got to be smart about what we do. He's proven that he can play, and we'd like to him get more reps this year. Obviously, like any player, to be you're really good to be great. You have to go that extra amount, and it's really hard to be great. It's real hard to get good, but to get that extra little bit, and he wants to. He's worked really hard at it, and I think staying healthy and he's online to do it, and it's a great opportunity for him. We got some good young running backs in there. That's good. That's going to help us out a little bit. Morgan looks like he's getting better. When's he going to be ready? We're not quite sure, but so there's a lot of things unfolding there. But so there's no question he's the guy with experience and the guy that has the ability to take it to another level.
With Morgan and then with Abington obviously not getting here till pretty late in the process, how much kind of unknown is there right now versus where you might be a month from now at running back?
Well, we're going to know a lot. I feel a little bit better every day now. It's just a matter now if you have young players like the couple freshmen that we have and Chase, and so he's a little bit more experienced. Chase is a little bit more experienced. But now it's just learning the details so you can actually get in a game and help, and it's a pretty complex position to play because of all the run game, all the pass game. You got to do everything in there, and so that's kind of our challenge. Coach Jones is a great coach, and I always tell coaches we kind of evaluate ourselves in situations like this when we got to get guys ready to play, and we're like that on the defensive line. We're like that at the receiver position this year too, and every year you're 2 or 3 positions you like to say it's always not like that, but it is, and that's our challenge. Not only the running back position, but everywhere else.